And welcome to the Tony Scott Internet Show. I am Tony Scott. Glad you're with me today. How are you? I never ask, how are you? And mean it. You know, people say, hey, what's up? Nobody cares. When someone says, hey, what's up? They don't care what's up in your life, man. They're just acknowledging you're on Earth, right? Don't you? I mean, you know, hey, what's up? It's not even as impactful as a universal nod. Like, you know, when you tilt your head up and go, that actually has more meaning than, hey, what's up? Doesn't it? Really? When you think about it, it's more sincere to go than it is to go, hey, what's up? Yeah, man. Greetings in America. What's shaking? What's crack-a-lacking? When people ask you stuff, say stuff like that to you, they don't mean it. They don't mean that. I mean, you know what? I'm old school. How are you? Hey, how you doing? It's how you say it. I can say, hey, how you doing? I don't mean that, but if you look at him and go, hey, how you doing? You know, lower your voice, throw some sincerity in there, and it carries more meaning. At least with me it does. You know? But anyway, I'm excited today. I'm excited every day that I'm on Earth. I've learned, as you get older, you learn to appreciate things that you took for granted when you were younger. Do you not? You know, when you were younger, you took chances, and when you look back on it now, you're like, how did I even get through that? Why did I agree to ride with someone over 100 miles an hour going down the highway? Why would I do that? You know, when you think back at it, stuff like that, you know, it's crazy. Why would I go somewhere where I know there's trouble? Why would I do that? And when you get older, you're like, man, that ain't even worth getting out of bed for. I don't care what it pays. I'm not doing it. You know, it's just perspective, life experience, but nothing beats the wisdom of getting older and acknowledging things, your mistakes, stuff like that. Don't you think so? I mean, it's kind of like one of those, you hate to admit it, but your parents and your grandparents were right. Well, my grandparents, I don't know if they were right or not. They didn't speak English, so I have no idea if they were right or not. It's one of those things, right? All right, then. So what's going on? Let's see. Let's run down some headlines and see that more than a half, in a new poll, more than a half think race relations have gotten worse since President Obama became President Obama. This is a new poll, which to me reeks of crap. You know, look, the temperature in this country right now is so hot that to ask any question about race relations or anything that has to do with folks of different races getting along is basically a loaded question. I mean, it really is because of the Mike Brown thing, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, all these things that are going on, Eric Garner, all these things makes the temperature right now in this country in regards to race very hot. So to ask this question now, and did we ever ask if race relations were better when President Bush was president or President Clinton? No. No, we never did. We didn't, because we basically all knew the answer or we didn't really care. And to ask a question about race in America in regards to how folks are getting along because the president happens to be black is an insult. It's an insult. And it's ill-timed. It's ill-timed. 53% say the interactions between the white and black communities have deteriorated since President Obama took office. And here's another thing. Interactions between white and black communities. Okay, what about Latinos and whites and Latinos and African Americans? And what about Asians and Middle Easterns? I think, why is it always just black and white? We're more than black and white. So that makes this whole subject, it makes it crap. Okay? I will say this, though, and I don't know if you've noticed or not, but a lot of white folks, young white folks, have gotten the message about how Black Lives Matter. A lot of the protesting that's going on across the country, it isn't just an African American thing anymore. And I think some people want to make it, the protest, like a black thing, and it's not. Watch television. You see all these people of all ethnicities. There are Latinos out there, there are Asians out there, there are white folks out there, black folks out there. Everybody's out there who sees an injustice. It's not limited to a race of people who see the injustice. I mean, if you look at it. And to be honest, in some parts of the country, and including parts of the St. Louis area, you know, if a white person is with a black person in certain parts of town, the white person will get treated like they're black. They will. It's a fact. It's a fact. Some white folks don't like to see other white folks with anybody else but white folks. And there are black people like that too. You should stay with your own kind. That's such a hurtful phrase when you think about it. When you say your own kind, do you mean like people who think like me? People who look like me? You know what I mean? No, I actually don't, because it's a pretty ignorant statement when you think about it. But this particular poll, I think, is ill-timed, and it's for nothing, because to ask about race in this country right now, given what's going on, is really asking a loaded question when you think about it. Clemson University has suspended a fraternity. Students and the president of the Clemson University are pissed off. There was a party held last Saturday night. It was a Clemson Cripmas. So folks dressed up as Crips, white folks, right? They're thinking, oh, you know, we didn't mean any harm. We didn't mean anything. We didn't, you know, it was like one of those, you know. And yet, if you did not know, one, that this was offensive, two, that this wouldn't get out, given social media in this country or the world, then you really have no business in college, because you're stupid. And college, as we all know, ain't for stupid people. The university called it an inappropriate theme party. I guess I call it a racist party is what it was. Anytime a group of people get together and dress up as another ethnicity to mock them, is going to be perceived as racist, because basically, you know, at its core, it really is. You know, but Clemson President Jim Clements issued a statement to students through their website at a time of year when our thoughts are turning to family, holidays, and the start of a new year, all the things that unite us and bring us joy. It's discouraging that so many events and issues are causing division and hurt, and making many students feel unwanted at this great university. It hurts to read disrespectful and just plain mean comments in social media. Last night's Cripmas party, which the university did not sanction, raised more concerns about the campus climate. Clemson is better than this. Everyone is entitled to his or her own opinion about events in Ferguson, Staten Island, and the protest rallies that those events have spawned. Great universities are built on free expression and exploration of ideas, but the free expression of opinion must not cross the line and become harassment or intimidation, just as rallies and protest marches must not cross the line to lawlessness. Our core values, honesty, integrity, and respect must be more than just words. I plan to host a series of events in early 2015 to foster productive discussion and unity that includes a broad segment of the campus, and I hope that I can count on your active participation. In the meantime, please be supportive of each other during this busy and sometimes stressful season, is what President of Clemson University Jim Clements posted on the Clemson University website. The fraternity in question, Sigma Alpha Epsilon, their chapter members, their alumni advisory board, and national headquarters decided to suspend all activity indefinitely. The Cripmas party was organized by several of the fraternity's members at a private off-campus home, as if that makes a difference. Most of the fraternity's chapters officers have resigned from their positions and have been suspended from the organization. University officials said any member who attended the party may face suspension as well, pending the results of an internal investigation. How is it? Explain to me, college student, how you think this was okay on any level at all. On any level at all. Am I ready to label everybody who was at this party a racist? No, because I don't know any of them. Was it a racist act? Yes. Yes. It was done for harassment, intimidation, but there were no black people there. It doesn't matter. You knew it was going to get out. You knew nobody keeps a secret. And photos, there are more. I'm looking at pictures right now. in the stereotypical gang pose, some white girls throwing up Crip signs and stuff like that. Are you nuts? Do you know? Is that white privilege also? They can throw up a Crip sign and not worry about getting shot? Is that the deal? Is that because there are pictures up there? I'm just saying. People, man. People. If I were the parents of any of these students, well, they got it from me. Really, right? If you're the parent of one of these students, you got it from me. But I would be incensed if me, Tony Scott, and one of his kids were at one of these parties doing something like that. I would be pissed off. People are talking about the murder-suicide of Earl Hayes and Stephanie Moseley. Stephanie Moseley was a reality TV star, and apparently what reports are saying, a couple of things. One is that apparently Floyd Mayweather was on FaceTime and witnessed the murder-suicide. And there are reports that Earl Hayes, who shot Stephanie Moseley before shooting himself, couldn't get past the fact that she had cheated on him multiple times. One, allegedly, was with Trey Songz. And the thing is that, when the news came out, Trey Songz tweeted out, "Rest in peace, baby girl. Once an angel on earth, now watching over us from heaven. You'll be missed but never forgotten, love." Now, to me, and this is all based on, this "if" is a huge word in this conversation. If, in fact, the woman cheated on Earl, her guy, with Trey Songz should have never tweeted out anything. He should have just kept his mouth shut. If, in fact, that's true. If it's not true, even if it's not true, but his name somehow is thrown in the mix, unfairly as it may seem, he probably should have just kept that to himself, stay under the radar regarding this situation, and, let it play out. If you did not have enough, if you were not the one she cheated with, and he found out about it. She's a beautiful girl. Now, if you did have an affair with Stephanie Moseley, and you tweeted out, "May she rest in peace," to me, you foul. I got called it like I see it. You should have kept that. You should have just kept your mouth shut, man. Don't say nothing. I know you probably meant well and everything, but was it necessary? Would it have been better for you not to say anything? I think so. In my opinion, I think so. I don't know. I don't know. It's horrible, though, that this murder-suicide, it breaks my heart. It really does. It's just sad. Just as sad is some of these bar owners that are having these Mike Brown specials, a shot special, 6 shots of Jose for $10, things like that. The bar's owner, one bar's in St. Joseph, the Mugshots, he says, "I should have thought about it a little bit before I made the shot special." But he says he stole the idea from another bar. So now he put up a new sign, says the owner of Mugshots is an asshole shot special. 6 Jose shots for $12. It's nice charging $2 more. I mean, you know what? It really tells you, it's really telling when anybody takes advantage of a tragic situation, especially something as controversial as a murder. In this particular case, the Darren Wilson murder of Michael Brown, and tries to make light of it by, if you're a business owner, and trying to make light of it. And they can hide behind, hey, it's I'm just trying for levity. I was trying to ease some tension. Or if they come at you with, hey, it's my right, I'm a business owner. All that is crap. All that is crap, man. And you don't deserve to be in business. That's horrible. That's horrible. That is horrible. Is it the same thing as folks who were selling the hands up, don't shoot shirts and all that stuff? Like they're profiting. They're profiting off of something. They're profiting off the controversy by selling T-shirts of hands up, don't shoot, or I can't breathe. They're profiting from that. Isn't that the same thing? Yeah, I guess it is. Unless someone can explain it to me, why it would not be. And it can't be just because it was black folks selling hands up, don't shoot T-shirts. Can't be for that. Unless you were giving the money to the family of Michael Brown or to an organization that's trying to change things in the community. Other than that, are you profiting from a situation? Well, I guess you are. I guess you are. What if a black bar owner had the Michael Brown special, 6 shots for $10? Would it be just as bad? I think it might be worse. That's horrible. When you think about it, that's, man. This world, this country, this world has gotten so hostile. Like, I mean, it's always been an angry world, and it's become a violent world. Now it's become senseless. Now it's become insensitive. Now it's become selfish. And maybe it's been all these things, but these things seem to have been heightened with everything that's going on in the world. You know, it's very easy, you know, for those who believe Darren Wilson should not have been indicted. It's very easy for them to say that Mike Brown was a thug. You don't know Mike Brown. How did you know Michael Brown was a thug? You're going to base it off that one video? Now, some people have told me that video of Michael taking the cigarillos, that the owner said Michael actually paid for him. But I never heard that come out officially in anything. But then this whole thing has been so messed up, it's hard to believe sometimes what is truth and what is just made up stuff. I don't know if Michael Brown ever paid for him, and it doesn't matter because there's nothing Michael Brown did that warranted him being executed like he was. And I've said this about Michael Brown, and I've said this in a couple of other instances too. The young man who was shot and killed in Phoenix last week. Is it what police officer goes after a suspect with no backup? I mean, really, who does that? I mean, what cop does that? Even TV cops, well, they do it, but it's TV, so. But in some cases, they'll say, wait for backup. And then, they go in by themselves and then they become the hero of the day. Well, that's television, though. That's not real life. That's a problem for me. But, we've talked about that over and over and over again. Hey, Nissan is recalling about 470,000 cars and SUVs around the world. A problem that can cause fuel leaks is what they're saying. The recall in the U.S. covers about 134,000 with direct fuel injection engines. That includes Nissan's Juke SUV from the 2012 through 2014 model years, the Infiniti M56 and QX56 from 2012 and 2013. Also affected are the Infiniti QX70 and QX80 SUVs from 2014 and 2015. A fuel pressure sensor may not have been tightened properly that can cause a leak and fire. No fires or injuries have been reported to Nissan. Other Nissan and Infiniti models are affected in Japan, North America, which would mean, Canada, Europe, the Middle East, China, Latin America, Africa, and other markets. Dealers will tighten the sensors starting in January. Yeah, but if I'm driving the car right now, it's only December 9th. What, I got 2.5, 3 weeks to go before I can even begin to take my car to the dealership? What am I supposed to do in the interim? Not drive the car? Do I need to park it outside and not in the garage? So fuel won't leak and potentially, I mean, I don't know. That's amazing. It's like, hey, well, you know what? There's a problem there, but we ain't going to start saving your life for another 3 weeks. That makes no sense at all. If you have a Nissan or an Infiniti, Google your model number and see if it's one of the ones recalled. If you bought it, looks like from 2012 and newer. Doesn't say anything about 2011 models on any of these that I told you about. So Google your if you bought a Nissan or an Infiniti in the 2012 or later model years, Google your ride and see if it's one of the ones affected. All right, that's something that you need to keep in mind. I'm so happy. My daughter, my oldest daughter, AJ, has 2 sons, and she sent me a video. My youngest grandson is a year old, and I haven't seen him in person yet. I've seen pictures of him, and she sent me a video of my 2 grandsons playing. And my young grandson is now starting to walk around a little bit, and that just teared me up a little bit because I should be there. I should have been there, but my circumstances changed, and I wasn't able to go. I hope to go very soon, but in the interim, that video, I've watched it. She sent it to me like Sunday night, like late. And I've probably watched it about 15 times since then. I watch it all the time because my grandsons are so precious to me. They are. I mean, my family is everything. If you know nothing about me, know that my family, my kids, my grandkids, my mom, my dad, he's been gone 4 years, but I think about him. I love him. I miss him all the time. Talk to him, talk about him. His family, my mom's family, my cousins, all of them, they've become so important to me as I've gotten older, but they've always been everything to me. And, man, my grandsons are getting, I mean, my older grandson, you know, he's in middle school, man. What happened? He spent the summer with me when he was 5 years old, but man, he's twice that age now, twice that age and more. And, he's turning into some kind of kid. He really is. And my new grandson is also, special. And, my daughter is very happy, and I'm happy for her. I just love my kids. I do. All of them. Every last one of them. I've got 43, you know. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, I'm going to leave it right here. It's been an honor. I'm saying this like this is the last podcast, and it's not. I'm just saying it's an honor that you honor me by listening to this podcast and sharing it and things like that. You can leave comments, you know, if you go to TonyScottMedia.com, and if you go to the Tony Scott Internet Show, there on the left is a button that says leave me a voicemail. And you can leave me a voicemail. You don't even need your phone. You just talk to the microphone in your computer, and you're probably saying, well, my microphone doesn't have a computer. Well, if it's a new computer, it has a built-in microphone. You probably just don't know about it. You can leave me a message. You can leave me a comment. You can leave me something you want to talk about, okay? I'm on the free program. I get 20 messages a month, so try not to clog it up with your messages calling back. Can you say hi? No, I'm not going to say hi. Hi. There you go. I just said it, okay? But anyway, I appreciate you listening, sharing, downloading. It means everything to me, and if you can continue to do that, that would be great. All right? What else? I got mugs. Coffee mugs. For sale, unheardmedia.biz. Just click shop. You'll see the Tony Scott Media mug. Click that and buy one. It helps pay for my internet access and things like that. And it makes a great stocking stuffer. What? I got an event I'm going to be hosting. I'll tell you about probably tomorrow. Hopefully you can make it. It'll be next week. No, it's not Tony Scott Live, but it's another event. And I believe we're trying to work on to make it make sense for this time of year. So we're working on that. I should have everything settled up by tomorrow, though. All right. Have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.